Hello everybody, my name is Designator and I'm working on a video game called Sanctuary Zero. I know it's been a little while. I've been doing work in the background, mostly doing some preparations for new mechanics and doing some optimizing, although that is still on the way. That being said, in today's video you will notice a distinct lack of the usual particles and like dust clouds and all of that. That is because I'm still working on those systems and I am in the process of getting them to a point where they actually work without tanking the performance entirely. But yeah, those will be back soon, just at the moment we'll have to live without them. That being said, I'm in the process of whiteboxing my first level. There are still some changes to be made, but the majority of it is set at this point, so I figured I'd show you around. Say hello to... Yeah, I will need a better name for that. Now, office, as you might have been able to figure out, is an office building. The twist being that it is still under construction while also being worked in. Which isn't great for, like, working, but it's good for game design. You start off in a corridor, looking into a courtyard which will be a central location in the level, one that you will return to every once in a while. You make your way to an office filled with cubicles, which you can scavenge around in for resources, mostly ammunition as well as a health kit, which as I'm saying this, don't really know why I put that there, because at that point in the level you couldn't have lost any health, but it's there. You can use it. Well, no, you can't. Anyways, a gunship flies by and is kind of meant to signify that you as the player have been spotted by the enemy, something that in the final game will be underlined by a little bit of dialogue. As you exit Cubicle Hell, you will find the first challenge of this level. Jump across the courtyard. Or fall to your death and start over. Another corridor later and you are in for your first combat encounter. The enemies start facing away from the entrance, so you get a moment to survey the room and make a decision on how you want to engage this. Though they will see you eventually, it's all based on probabilities. Once these ruffians have been dealt... Ruffians? Once these guys have been dealt with, it's time to ascend through the construction site. Now this area isn't quite done at the moment, it's really only the necessary parts that you need to get up there. I'm going to put some more stuff in there and also probably some more cover, but you know, this is what we have right now. As you ascend, as you're about halfway up there, give or take, some enemies will spawn up the ramps and will start making their way down. You have enough time to see them without them reacting to you to, either engage or reposition yourself, and then you are in for a fun little, very, very vertical firefight. The roof is a very interesting arena to fight in. Because of these solar panels, you basically have the ability to move rather freely in one direction, whereas if you want to go back, you need to circumnavigate the panels. So you kind of have to decide whether or not you want to move quickly or take cover. Then comes your second jump across the courtyard, but as you approach, some enemies will gather on the other side of the courtyard on the roof and they will start firing at you. Now you have a choice to make. You can either engage these guys with your pistol from a distance, or you can take your shotgun, jump the courtyard under fire and be a real fucking badass. Next up is the staircase, which doesn't have a lot of enemies, but it's also very, very cramped. Go down, be quick, or be dead. Lastly, after resupplying, you'll find yourself in a corridor that is meant to build tension, because it deliberately looks like a combat arena, but it isn't one. It leads to the actual combat arena, which is a big room that still needs some work, where you fight a boss, who is at the moment still a placeholder and really doesn't do very well if there are no enemies to fight. Oh god. Oh no. Well, to be fair, he's also a bit of a pushover if there are enemies to fight. Like I said, he's a placeholder. There would be a proper... Don't look at him. He's very ashamed. And after you defeated him, you can exit, and that's it. That's the level. I'm currently working with some playtesters to fine-tune this entire level, and as soon as I've figured out all the little details, I will start beautifying this place and making it pretty to look at and giving it proper lighting, not just glaring white and this weird skybox, which is meant for a night scene, but it's day, so it looks really... you know what I mean. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider subscribing. It really helps a lot. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.